Dear students, we learned how to define the classes, so we'll just quickly review this. And now I want to create one new class time, right, which represents time in with three attributes, say hours, minutes and second. So now I have created one class, that is time, which represents hour, minute and seconds. Now I want to create one object, say t equals to time. So now t is a object of class time, so it attributes t dot hour equal to say 2 hours, t dot minutes equal to say 10 minutes, t dot seconds say 15 seconds, right? So now I want to define one function which will print the time, that is a print. The object is of type class only, it's for type time only. Print t dot hour, print t dot minute, print t dot second. So I'll just execute this print time for t. So it is printing as a 2 hour 10 minutes 15 seconds, right? Now what if I want to add two times, that is say one time I will define two times. Now say start equals to time. So now start is a object of class time. Start dot hour equals to say 3 hour. Start dot minute equals to 10 minutes. Start dot seconds equals to 10 seconds. Now suppose we'll take one case study. Suppose assume that the movie starts at 3 hour 10 minutes 10 seconds and the duration of the movie. So I will take it as one more object, duration equals to time. So duration is also a instance of class time. Now duration dot hour, movies of hour say 2 hours, duration dot minute equals to say 2 hour 10 minutes, duration dot seconds equal to say 12 seconds. So the movie starts at 3 hour 10 minutes 10 seconds and the duration of the movie is 2 hour 10 minutes 12 seconds. So at what time the movie finishes? It means that I have to add two objects here, that is start and duration. 3 plus 2, that is 5 hour 20 minutes 22 seconds. So the movie completes at 5 hour 20 minutes 22 seconds. How we got this? We added start dot hour to duration dot hour. Start dot minute is added to duration dot minute. Start dot second is added to duration dot second. So now for this I will write one function here, that is define add time. So I will add two function or two instances, t1 and t2, say represents the object of class time. So we'll add this. How to add this? Now resulting, when two time objects are added, the resulting answer is also time object. So define that s equals to time, right? Now how to get s dot hour? We got it by t1 dot hour plus t2 dot hour. Similarly s dot minute equal to t1 dot minute plus t2 dot minute. Similarly s dot seconds equal to t1 dot second plus t2 dot second. Just execute it once. First class time is defined, print time. Now define start duration. Now I will call the function add time. What I want to add? I want to add start comma duration. So now it is added. Now this I want to store it in, say, one variable, say x equals to add time. Now print x dot hour, x dot hour. Sorry, I want to return here, return yes, is of time. So you can see here x dot hour is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. X dot minute, you can see here 10 plus 10, 20th minute. X dot second, that is 10 plus 12, that is 22. So movie starts at start, duration is this one, and it terminates, that is end, at x dot hour, 5 hours. How we got 5? 3 plus 2, 5. Right. Now this logic, this function definition works perfectly fine if the minutes and seconds are less than 60. When you add it together, it is less than 60, it will work fine. But what if the minute is, say, 50 minutes, then here it is 15. Just check this. You can see here 65 minutes. This is not we are expecting. In this case it has to be 60 minutes and 1 hour should be updated. So this is the one drawback of this function. Now you can observe here, in this function add time, t1 and t2 are taken, and we are not modifying the values of t1 and t2. Right, so this type of functions which take the instances of different classes but we don't modify those instances are called as pure functions. Now add time is a pure functions because we are just reading the instances t1 and t2, we are not modifying this. Now since we understood the drawback of this function, we'll try to rectify this. Now what I will do is, s dot r equal to t1 dot r plus t2 dot r, s dot minute equal to t1 dot minute plus t2 dot minute. I will just check if s dot minute is greater than 60. If it is greater than or even equals to 60, greater than or equal to 60, what I have to do, s dot minute equals to s dot minute minus 60 and s dot hour equal to s dot hour plus 1. So what I am doing here is, if minute is greater than or equal to 60, I am subtracting, suppose the minute is 65, then 65 minus 60, that is 5, and hour I am updating by 1. Similarly for seconds, if s dot second is greater than or equals to 60, then s dot seconds equal to s dot second minus 60, then s dot minutes should be updated by 1, that is s dot minute plus 1. Now in this case it will overcome the earlier drawback. We'll just check this. I'll just re-execute all the things. Right, now 3 hour 50 minutes 10 seconds start, and the duration is for 2 hour 15 minutes 12 seconds. Then call the function add time, then I will just print x dot r, that is 6 hour, x dot minute, you can see here 5 minute, x dot second is 22. So the earlier drawback we have overcome by introducing this logic. You can see here again, in this logic we are not changing any of the values for the parameters, that is t1 and t2, so it is a pure function. If any function which changes the values of the parameters, then those functions are called as modifiers. We'll just look at one example for modifiers. I want to define one function, say increment, which takes time and seconds. Right, now what I want to write is time dot seconds equals to time dot seconds plus seconds, and I want to check if if time dot seconds is greater than or equal to 60, then time dot seconds equals to time dot seconds minus 60, then increment minute by 1, time dot minute plus 1, sorry, and the attribute is cc. So there is one function increment. What it does is it will take one object, that's time and seconds. It will just increment the time by the seconds which we are passing as a parameter. Let's check this. Then I will call the function increment start. The start here, right? Seconds is 3 hours 50 minutes 10 seconds, and I will pass the number of seconds as say 52. Now check start dot hour, start dot minute, start dot second. You can check here, earlier start second was 10 and I incremented it by 52. 10 plus 52, 10 plus 52, so it is 62. So when it comes to 62 seconds is to time minute is updated by 1. So now here increment is a modifier because it is actually changing the values of the parameters. So this is modifier, whereas here it is not changing the values of any of its parameters. So add time is a pure function and increment is a modifier.